Ben Shapiro, an outspoken political commentator, is known for his extreme Zionist views and unwavering support of the Israeli occupation and apartheid policies. Today, we're tackling one of his core talking points, that the West Bank is merely disputed land. Let's separate myth from fact.
But according to the State Department, they say that Amano, quote, has established dozens of illegal settler outposts and directly engaged in dispossession of private land owned by Palestinians in its support of settlers. What do they mean by dispossession? They mean people like illegally grabbing like a home that's already legally owned? Or do they mean that these are disputed territories and both sides claim sovereignty over them, which is actually what's happening in Judea and Samaria? And the reality is that Palestinians have been illegally building in the West Bank for a very long time. All you have to do is take a drive through the West Bank. You can see entire villages that have been illegally built there by Palestinians. They're completely empty, but they've been put there without the windows there, so they don't have to pay tax in order to occupy that particular land for supposed future negotiations or simply to change the facts on the ground. This is an ongoing legal dispute, but the Biden administration has taken the position that illegal building by Palestinians in the West Bank is legal and Israeli building in the West Bank is somehow illegal, which is ridiculous on its face, legally speaking.
First, some context. Ben Shapiro often refers to the West Bank as disputed to suggest that Israel and the Palestinians have equal claims to the territory. He frames it as if there's a genuine debate on sovereignty. In reality, calling it disputed is a political strategy that avoids the legal term occupied. That's crucial because under international law, an occupation carries specific obligations. Under multiple UN resolutions and international legal standards, Israel is recognized as the occupying power in the West Bank, not a co-claimant in a disputed territory. This distinction isn't just semantics. It has real-world consequences for Palestinians living under military rule. For example, here's the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 58/292, 2004 states, "The status of the Palestinian territory occupied since 1967, including East Jerusalem, remains one of military occupation and affirms that the Palestinian people have the right to self-determination and to sovereignty over their territory." Why does the label disputed land persist, and why does Ben Shapiro use it? Because it muddies the waters of what international law says clearly. Occupying powers must not build settlements or transfer their civilian populations into the territory they occupy. By claiming it's disputed, Shapiro and others can deflect criticism of illegal settlement growth and avoid acknowledging the rights of Palestinians to self-determination. This narrative also glosses over the power imbalance. Israel controls the borders, airspace, water, and movement of Palestinians in the West Bank. When one side wields such power, calling the land disputed is like calling a mugging a disagreement over a wallet. The truth is, the West Bank has been occupied since 1967, and that's backed by international consensus, not just opinion. Ben alleges that Palestinians are constructing empty villages. No credible human rights organization or reputable journalist has documented a strategy of mass, artificially empty developments. In reality, Palestinians face severe building restrictions and frequent demolitions by Israeli authorities, resulting in fewer available homes for families, not empty ones. Shapiro's claim that Palestinians leave out window glass to skip taxes is another baseless rumor. Taxation doesn't hinge solely on whether windows are fully installed. Economic hardship, building permit challenges, and limited resources explain why homes might remain partially finished, not a scheme to avoid taxes. By recycling these unfounded claims, like disputed land, Ben Shapiro distracts from the core issue, an occupation that continues to deny Palestinians their basic rights.